President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held a phone call with Ghana's President Dramani Mahama. Presidency spokesman Ambassador Mohamed said that President al-Sisi congratulated President Mahama on winning a second term and expressed the Egyptian keenness on boosting bilateral ties with Ghana. The spokesman added that Ghana's president expressed appreciation for President al-Sisi and hailed the Egyptian-Ghanaian historical relations. Mahama also expressed appreciation for the role played by Egypt in supporting Ghana's development efforts.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi directed to continue developing facilities and buildings of higher education and applying systems and digital programs to upgrade all scientific research fields. The President's remarks came during a meeting with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research Ayman Ashur. During the meeting, President al-Sisi stressed the necessity of linking the higher education and scientific research in Egypt with the work market and development needs, including focusing on scientific studies and applications related to technology, artificial intelligence, digitalization, and engineering. The head of state was also briefed on the developments of national universities nationwide and the file of digital transformation in the educational services and scientific research.
Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching The Breakfast Show on Now TV International. As we promised you earlier that we shall be talking about this in this segment of the show, about Egypt significantly expanding renewable energy and the green hydrogen projects as part of its strategy to achieve sustainable development and reduce dependence on fossil fuels, and also the state adopting an ambitious plan or strategy to shift towards clean energy. And in this regard, we're most delighted to welcome over the phone Dr. Mohamed Sobky, former head of the New and Renewable Energy Authority. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. We're very happy to have you with us on the Breakfast Show, and talking about the green hydrogen projects that Egypt is working on right now, and the strategies in renewable energy. What are Egypt's main goals in the renewable energy sector by 2035?
Well, actually, Egypt is having an aggressive ambition to exceed 42% of contribution of renewable energies in the electricity production by year 2030 now. It was 2035, but it was moved earlier to 2030.
2030.
Because of the apparent capabilities as well as the available resources.
Yes, actually the green project, the green hydrogen project was proposed in COP27 back in 2022 with a cost of $417 million, and Egypt actually succeeded in its first trial production to transport the first green ammonia shipment to India in November 2023. So how do renewable energy projects contribute to reducing carbon emissions?
Actually, each 1 kilowatt hour produced from green energy, from renewable energies, help Egypt reduce the carbon dioxide footprint by 400 grams of carbon emissions. So it has quite an important impact, and that will help not only Egypt but all over the world.
Yes, in regards of the state's efforts to localize green hydrogen, and they're actually paying off. The Climate Change Index of 2024 reveals Egypt in the 22nd place ahead of Algeria and also the UAE, with a total of 33 projects with $215.5 billion within 3 years of a total of 103 Arab projects. How do you see this in regards of supporting Egypt's vision of 2030?
That definitely has a strong impact. It will not only help the energy sector in Egypt, but it will help the economy itself.
Of course.
The economy itself will benefit, will have also more additional job opportunities. So it's a very impressive progress in that regard.
Yes, actually, how do you see the government supporting the private sector to invest in renewable energy projects?
As a matter of fact, the government has done a number of things. Since 2015, the government has stated in the Egyptian constitution in Article 32 that the state is committed to the development of renewable resources in the most efficient way. So that's stated in the constitution. In addition to that, the development of renewable energies was supported by a law issued in 2014 to support the progress of renewable energy through a number of schemes which can be applied all at the same time. This is another thing. The third thing is the land is available for renewable energy projects, and the state has announced just a 2% value for the land to be paid on annual basis based on the value of the generated electricity. Custom duties were reduced to reach 2% instead of earlier 10% and earlier 5%. The VAT has been reduced also on renewable energy projects to go down from 14% to 5%. So a lot of, in addition, of course, to the investment law in the country and so on. So it's really paving the way in a very progressive way to help developers as well as end users to use renewable energies and to use renewable energies to produce green hydrogen.
And why do you think actually green hydrogen projects are top priority for Egypt right now?
Egypt is, green hydrogen is an important thing because it can reduce our dependency on fossil fuels, and it can be used domestically as well as internationally. The international community needs green hydrogen to replace the dependency on fossil fuels. Hydrogen can be produced from a number of sources, but the green hydrogen is the cleanest so far.
Okay, actually the state continues its tireless and intensive efforts to achieve optimal utilization of renewable energy sources through an integrated strategy of sustainable energy. How can these steps actually leverage the Egypt's stance towards its vision of 2030?
Egypt is in a geographical excellent position between three continents. The requirement of renewable energies as well as green hydrogen is a need for a large number of countries. So Egypt, through whatever legislation is being issued and projects implemented, can facilitate these needs in an easy way through the use of the available abundant resources of renewable energies in the country.
And how do we choose the location in which we can do the green hydrogen projects? Based on what?
Yes, green hydrogen needs to be close to possible resources of renewable energies. So they are going to be located almost in the Red Sea area, especially in the economical zone of the canal, the Suez Canal, and actually 27 memorandum of understandings were signed between the Renewable Energy Authority, the General Authority for the Suez Canal Economical Zone, and the Egyptian Electricity Transmission Company, and the sovereign Fund of Egypt for to develop these green hydrogen projects.
Yes.
So it's really Egypt is really serious and doing real steps, positive steps toward that.
Yes, and what are actually the most important agreements that Egypt has signed with international companies to develop the green hydrogen industry?
I cannot remember names now, but as I said, 27 MOUs, Memorandum of Understanding, were signed with leading developers, with leading international developers, either developers from Europe or from Asia, as well as the Middle East. So these developers are well reputable developers who carried a large size of projects all over the world, and they are targeting Egypt now for their current and future investments.
Yes, and actually, how do you see the challenges of this, Yani? What are the challenges for the investors to come invest in this industry?
I would say the normal challenges, the investment, the raising the finance for these projects, but with the positive investment environment in Egypt, these challenges will be minimal.
And do we actually face, as a country, do we face challenges regarding implementing renewable energy and green hydrogen projects?
It's a matter, the challenge is the time. We're targeting a high percentage in a short time.
In a short time.
So that's the main challenge, I would say so.
And how can actually we benefit from, you know, Egypt has a geographical location, of course. So how can we benefit from this location in terms of exporting clean energy to Europe and also Africa?
Egypt has the advantage of being having a north port and an eastern port on the Red Sea as well as the Mediterranean Sea. So that facilitates easy transport to build up either transmission lines or tubes, or even to use marine type vehicles and so on to transfer this energy, either in a liquid form or in a gaseous form or electric form.
What do you see? How do you see the role of organizations or financial institutions in international organizations as well in supporting these projects, especially in Egypt?
I see the international financing agency is looking for a secure payment or repayment of their investment, and the current investment environment in Egypt guarantees that. And in many cases, the state entities is the off-taker of some of this energy. So there is a high state commitment and state insurance to provide the investors and the developers with their return on money.
Okay, actually the state has worked to expand reliance on clean energy sources and also reduce fossil fuel consumption while achieving maximum benefit from renewable energy sources such as wind and solar energy as well, and expanding also green hydrogen projects while achieving a balance between economic development goals on one hand and preserving natural resources on the other hand. How do you see this balance?
It's being done in gradual steps, but these gradual steps do have a fast timeline. We're providing land, we're providing assessment of the resources available to all investors in an easy access way.
Yes, Dr. Mohamed Sobky, former head of the New and Renewable Energy Authority. Thank you so much for giving us these valuable insights regarding the green hydrogen projects in Egypt. And dear viewers, a short break and we'll be right back.